Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope your experience is fruitful. Please feel free to visit our website to find out how you can join our growing family. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. Also, share so others may enjoy as well. And we hope you would consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. Alright, let's start the show. What's going on, Mavericks? We are back with another episode of The Unusual Mavericks. I am your host and moderator, Kwame, joined by Black Lightings.
That's right. Has anybody seen Just Dominic?
Where is he?
He is missing. We need to send out a black alert.
Black alert. Where is he?
Yes. Not an amber alert, but a black alert.
Come on, black alert. What is going on, Mavericks? We hope you guys are enjoying yourselves on today. We got a little music going on here. You hear that?
I do hear music. I thought it was Bullet and Flight Radio for a second. I thought,
shout out to Bullet and Flight Radio.
I did turn down the sound.
Yes. What's going on, pilots over there at Bullet and Flight Radio? If you're listening, thank you guys for joining. We appreciate you. If you're listening over there on Bullet and Flight Radio, don't forget to check out Pyro Media Network if you want to grab all of the sponsor links that are available to you guys as well. Who is in the building? I see people in the building. Hey, Michaela, what's going on, Queen? Yes. Keith Reynolds is in the building. What's going on? Dr. Holt, how you doing, sir?
Dr. Holt.
Fellow Blerd in the house. What's going on? Michelle, how you doing, Queen? Yes.
Hey.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Yes. Gather around, everyone. Yes, how you doing? Get front seat. How you doing? All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into some stuff. We got a lot to talk about today. Today's title of the episode is entitled "No Money, Mo Problems."
Boy.
We have a
lot.
What
issues? Yes.
We have a lot going on. If you guys you follow us on TikTok or IG, you can follow me on all social media platforms at Kwame Speaks Official and Just Dominic at Just_Dominic_music. And shout out to your new single coming out, Dominic, this Friday called Attitude.
Yes. And one quick shout out I want to do, since I've seen Sister Michelle on, I want to let everybody know that not only is she a very warm-hearted person, but she's a member, she's a board member of Bullet and Flight. And she and I had some wonderful conversations, and she was really encouraging to me to, really stay positive and move in the right direction and not be bothered with all the crazy. So she kind of became a musical muse to me. And that's why I ended up doing this song called Attitude. So again, special shout out to Sister Michelle Holly.
Sister Michelle, yes.
Love you, sister. Got a big heart. Love you.
Yes.
I appreciate you.
Sister Michelle Holly is everything. She's a sweetheart. We love her. She is near and dear to the Pyromaniacs and near and dear to the Pyro family as a whole. So I'm so blessed to know her, and to also just dope that she's a part of the board. All right now.
Yes. And inspiring music, inspiring songs.
Come on now. All right. Let's see, brother ATL. I missed you, brother. Yes. We missed you, ATL. We're glad you up in here. Come on in the building. You get a front seat. You can sit in the front. But Sister Michelle says, Brother Dominic, I hope I can live up to those wonderful words. You already do, sister. You already do.
That's right.
Michael says, all right, board member Michelle. Yeah. That is Director Holly to y'all. Yes.
That's right. All right.
All right, you guys. Let's go ahead and get into some things. Before we do, make sure, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button for me. Share if you haven't done so already. And please subscribe to Pyro Media Network so that way you can check out all of the other amazing, talented people that are right here on this network. So shout out to everyone. Lada Dottie. All right, let's get into this Maverick alert, shall we?
That's right. Let's get into it.
Do it. Now, I don't know how I missed this, but I do this every time that I'm on Pyro Power Hour, but I forgot to pull up the slides. So give me one moment.
Ha! Okay, we'll just. It's so much fun being live, but there are no take twos.
There's no take twos, but no, I'm gonna make this really quick because I'm a professional. I've done this multiple times. So
that's right. We're gonna keep going.
Well, speed right on through. All right, y'all. Whew, Jesus. Help us, Lord. All right, let's go ahead and get into the Maverick Alert, you guys. We have some breaking news on today. First and foremost, I just want to say to all the naysayers and haters of Jonathan Majors, y'all can kiss. Okay, I'm sorry. We're going to be on Balloon Flight. You guys can eat your words. That's all I'm going to say. Because we have some breaking news for John and an update for Jonathan Majors. It looks like Marvel is not going to be letting him go. They're going to be keeping him allegedly. Well, we don't have it because they haven't made a full-on statement, but it looks like it looks like they're going to be keeping him as Kang the Conqueror for Marvel Studios or for Marvel Cinematic Universe. Apparently, he had a meeting with Kevin Feige. He had a meeting with, I believe, no, it wasn't Bob Iger. It was just Kevin Feige and the rest of the Marvel
attorneys.
Attorneys.
The legion of attorneys that they have.
He had an opportunity to present his information to him and
their findings, their evidence.
Right, and his attorneys met with them, and so it looks like they're going to be keeping him, and he's going to be able to stay in his position. We love this. We love this.
Yes, we know that Disney is a family company. They do not tolerate anything like this. No rape, no molestation.
You can't say those words.
Oh, okay. So no violations of any kind. I'll just say that. So they are very known for a zero tolerance policy. So to see that there are trailers coming out in here that they're talking about the future of the Marvel Studios and the Marvel Universe, and he is a part of that, says a whole lot.
It absolutely does. And we want to thank all of those who held on strong.
Yes. Now, moving on to the big breaking news. Yes. You want to talk about that?
Yes, let's get on into it. So, do you want to break it down?
You can start. Go ahead. I'll comment.
So according to CNN and multiple news outlets, I have a little sheet, you guys. Thanks to producer Dominic. According to CNN and multiple news outlets, in an off-site meeting on this past Tuesday, the Disney chief executive spoke. Bob Iger, who is on the screen right now, spoke to senior leaders of the company's television businesses. CNN has learned. The meeting came just days after Iger made decidedly candid remarks to CNBC's David Faber, excuse me, I'm mispronouncing his name, in which he said Disney's linear business, quote, may not be core, end quote, to the entertainment giant. A comment that immediately sent shockwaves through the industry. Walt Disney has a reported debt of $48.4 to $58.8 billion US dollars, building pressure to sell off extra assets. Shall I go on?
That's crazy, huh? No, I can jump in if you like.
Okay.
So it sounds like, because I know you're like, do I have to keep reading this? but Disney clearly over the past decade has been able to purchase 20th Century Fox,
yes,
Fox Sports,
yep,
Hulu, which majority owners and shares of Hulu, yep, ESPN, ABC News, yep, Pixar, Marvel, Freeform, and Lucasfilms.
Right.
So that's a lot of companies that they own. So these are all the companies now that are extremely afraid of, I guess when he made those statements, that they're very concerned that they're going to be sold off. So all of these companies, of course, Bob Iger himself was in charge of purchasing when he was the CEO before he retired, and now he's back. So it's really interesting. He brought them in, and he may be the same one that may usher them out. Correct. So yeah, Apple, as we know, Apple phone, Apple, the mega company Apple is the company that's seriously interested in purchasing some of these companies that are going up for sale. We don't know which companies are up for sale, but these are all the companies allegedly and streaming platforms that are on the chopping block.
Now, I will say this: I'm not honestly mad about Apple or Apple TV taking over some of these companies, because Apple TV has been producing some really dope content. I will say I've been very interested in watching Hijack. I've been watching Foundations, which is another phenomenal show. I've also been watching what's that show called? The
Idris Elba show. Was that the one you're talking about?
That's Hijack.
Hijack. Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's another show that I've been watching, Apple TV. Oh, I've been watching C for obvious reasons.
C, yes.
Yeah. C is in there, which is it's a really, really good show. A lot of Apple TV. Silo, that's the other show that I've been watching. I haven't watched Ted Lasso, but that's apparently a really big show in there. But they have a lot of good shows on Apple TV.
I wonder, what do you think that they would, what Apple may be interested in purchasing that would go with their brand?
I think that if they're smart, they would take Hulu.
Huh. Okay. So all of Hulu's content would be merged into Apple?
Well, I don't know if it would be merged. They would just take it over.
Well, yeah, they would merge the apps. They wouldn't keep two different apps. That's too expensive.
That's what Disney did. Disney Plus has Disney Plus, and then we have Hulu. I don't think they would.
Which is part of the reason why they're so upside down.
Right, but the problem with Disney Plus is that they were so busy trying to take all of their stuff back and create a repository for their content that they didn't create new content. Hulu creates new content, and so does Apple TV.
Well, part of the issue is Disney Plus as well. According to reports, Disney Plus membership numbers are dwindling. They are dropping fast.
Yeah.
So with taking all that content back, they don't have the subscriptions to even pay for it. So it's all of that. So and then to have a second app, it's just more money, more problems.
No money, more problems. So Michelle Holly says, I wish Hulu would just merge with Disney Plus. I don't know. That would have been smart. But at the same time, Hulu is kind of its own entity.
Yeah, it's owned by Comcast, and so they've been paying for it, paying Comcast.
Yeah,
I guess in installment payments. So I guess until they do that, then they can merge them.
I think one of the smartest moves that Warner Brothers did was to have everything housed when they merged with when they merged with Discovery. They had everything housed under one app, so now everything is under HBO Max. And
just Max.
Just Max. My bad. My apologies. But now we're seeing Max rise to being one of the top streaming services. But
right.
I think they're gonna.
But they're shut down Discovery app. They're gonna shut that down because it's too expensive. Why have two?
It doesn't make sense, especially when everything's under Max now. Hulu is large enough to take Disney. Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think so?
I don't know if it's large enough to take Disney as a whole, but Disney Plus.
You're talking about Disney Plus?
Yeah, I think she's talking about Disney Plus, and I could see that. I could see it. I don't think it would be a dumb idea. I think that would be really smart, actually, of Disney if they want to control or fix assets.
Well, right now, clearly, Apple is the one who has the deep pockets and able to step up. A lot of people forget that Apple, right? Was it Apple that spent all this money on the new Lord of the Rings series that got huge ratings?
Was it Apple or Amazon?
Oh, I think that was Amazon. I apologize. I can't remember which one from what, because they're both like in this huge race to expand.
Yeah.
But we know Apple has so much money because of all these phones and all of the products that they've created. So it's really interesting to see them try to enter into this game of telecommunications. Because
Yeah.
the last telecommunications company that owned a studio was AT&T with DC, and it did not work well.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
I just wonder who they're interested in buying. Is it because I would think that they would be interested in buying like ESPN and ABC News? It seems like all of that would go well with your iPhone.
Yeah, but I also think that one of the concerns that I have with sorry, I just got it's not something went just glitched on my screen. But one of the concerns that I have with overall with Disney Plus
Yeah.
is because they're not making content. It's just not happening. Now we could say what people will say, well, they're making new Star Wars, but that's not Disney Plus. That's not a Disney Plus exclusive. It's just that's all Lucasfilms. That's all their stuff, whatever. That's what is honestly keeping Disney Plus going is Star Wars.
But Disney don't they make those like Hannah Montana type of shows still?
Yeah, but it's not enough. They're not getting enough revenue.
Yeah.
For them to sit there, and they're not a kids app.
Right.
They're a family-friendly app. They have a lot of Disney shows and stuff, whatever. But they're busy making movies. They're busy, and then those movies are not going directly to Disney Plus. They're going to theater first, and then it comes to Disney Plus. And then
maybe Lucasfilms will be good on Apple TV. Maybe you're right. That would be a good thing to sell off. We'll see what happens with their negotiation.
I could see it because
yeah, I can see it too.
Of how Apple TV looks, its aesthetic. I can definitely see Star Wars and the newer Star Wars stuff being on Apple TV. That would be, and I think that's probably why they want Disney. To be quite honest with you, I think that because that's really what's keeping Disney Plus afloat. It's really the
Star Wars.
Yeah,
Star Wars and Marvel seem like the two, and Pixar don't they do well as well? Don't they do pretty well?
Pixar does well with movies.
Yeah,
they don't have like series or anything like that.
Yeah, and this last movie that's in the theater right now is a huge bomb, and it cost them a fortune to make.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yeah. Well, next up is something else that's on breaking news right now is San Diego Comic-Con. So there was a lot of debate and concern whether the writer's strike and the SAG-AFTRA strike was going to affect the Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, which is, I believe, this weekend.
Yes, it started today.
However, it looks like it hasn't. They have not had. According to CBS today, a news report from CBS, they are jam-packed. They are still having their festivities. The fact that the actors that are not typically there, or that are typically there, who have been pulled out because they're not allowed to do anything that would enrich the movie industry right now, it doesn't seem to be affecting anything like that. The ticket sales are still sold out. They have not requested refunds. And it looks like attendees are still going. And it looks like it's going to be more of how the traditional San Diego Comic-Con used to be, and the traditional style of Comic-Con is going to be.
Without celebrities.
Without the commercialization of everything. And it's just going to go back to nerddom, which is really, really, really cool. But at the same time, I know that one of the biggest fundraisers for Comic-Con was the fact that they were getting these polls from the talent, and so and then you got an intimate moment with some of the artists and some of the talent that's there. So that's going to be missing from it. But I think overall it's going to be still a great experience for a lot of the ongoers and people who are dedicated to SCC. So
I agree.
But that's all I got for San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, I would definitely miss seeing the writers, the artists, the behind it. the people that get the least praise and recognition usually, because
Yeah.
we always like, oh my God, it's Jason Momoa, it's Bill Rock Johnson, and all of this. But the writers, the artists, the inventors of these series, and the people that keep the legacies going are the true heroes behind, I believe, these franchises. And it's a bummer because one thing that we were supposed to hear more about was the Static Shock live action movie. He was supposed to be the second black hero introduced in the James Gunn universe, the like big character. So that was going to be really exciting.
Which is really disappointing because I really love Static Shock. I really enjoyed Static Shock, growing up. And it's really, we get so few honored black superheroes, so it's just really frustrating that's being delayed. But I'd rather be delayed than denied.
Right. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the near future. But this writer strike, we want to keep reminding people that the writer strike, the actor strike is still on, and their demands still haven't been met. And it sounds like their demands are very, very simple and very reasonable. Yeah. So this strike has no reason to continue to be delayed, and it is delaying a lot.
It is. And honestly, Dominic, I don't see what one of the things that was really frustrating in watching or hearing about also, and I'm going to say allegedly because I don't know, I haven't read the full demands of what the Writers Guild and what SAG-AFTRA is asking for. But one of the concerns that is there is that this wouldn't really affect like people like Tom Cruise or like A-list actors, but this would affect people who are like mid-level actors or whatever. But one of the issues is that if you do a movie and you signed in the new deal and a new contract, they can use AI to use your image and likeness for future movies and you in perpetuity without you getting any royalties for it.
Yes. Well, this strike,
take my face and put it on all the shows that you want without paying.
That's crazy. Yes, and that's included. But what's at core at this strike is for the streaming platforms.
Yeah.
So for every streaming platform there is, all of the series that we have come to love, the writers get a one-time stipend for that. So we came up, remember we talked about like per episode, they were getting maybe $3,000 for writing the whole episode. Every word that comes out of your favorite actor's mouth is written by this person. They get a one-time fee of $3,000. So though that series is now reran on that app, Disney Plus was at the heart of it, and all the other streaming platforms are following suit with this whole not budging. These platforms are making millions and millions of dollars off of these series and these made for only streaming movies. They're not sharing any of the profits, any of the residual with the writers. But then they're forced to come back and write something else for another $3,000 with no other money. So you get paid $20 million and I get paid $3,000.
Right. Which is kind of BS.
So that's what the strike is over.
So there's that. All right, y'all. Do we have anything else on any breaking news or anything for the Maverick Blerd?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, let's take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll get into some reviews and let you guys know some updates. Some updates on what's going on in DC Studios as well as Marvel Studios. So we'll be right back. This episode is sponsored in part by Bullet and Flight Radio. Get ready to uplift your spirit with Bullet and Flight Radio, the world's leading progressive Christian radio station. Experience the vibrant fusion of gospel house music and a rich medley of inspiration from all musical genres that'll make your heart soar. Join their extraordinary lineup of today's trailblazers, visionaries, and voices that matter, all sharing their stories and wisdom. Stay plugged in around the clock as they broadcast unmissable content 24/7. Your go-to station for all things inspiring. Become a pilot today by visiting bulletinflightradio.com. Bullet in Flight Radio. Your story, our station. Are you ready to take your streaming broadcast, website, or social media visuals up a notch? Pyro Media Productions is here with the perfect solution. From dynamics, design, and professional headshot shoots to family photo ops, they've got all you need for stunning content creation. Check out pyromediaproductions.com today and add that creative flair. Pyro Media Productions, setting brands ablaze since 2017. And we're black by popular demand.
Right. Jazz hands.
Jazz hands. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're just tuning in, please do us a quick favor. Hit that like button on your way in and on your way out. Share if you haven't done so already. And please subscribe if you are just a new member of the Pyro family. If you want to go ahead and join and check out all of the amazing talent that is here on Pyro Media Network. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get into some reviews. Let's start off with DC Studios. So DC Studios is, we got some updates on yours truly.
Oh, brother.
So Jason Momoa and Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which is Aquaman 2, is having a bit of a delay. Do you want to explain a little bit?
Well, yes, we won't say that it's a delay. We'll say that they're going through an unprecedented round, or they just completed an unprecedented round of reshoots. This is the third round. For most major motion pictures, they never do more than 2. So this has gone through its third round of reshoots.
Talk to you later.
So,
thanks for joining.
all right.
It's late when she's
okay. And so yes, and so for this particular a movie, they were in New Zealand throughout June, the month of June, doing reshoots. Now, it did not take a month. They said that, I guess they had set aside 2 weeks to do reshoots, and it only took them 4 days. Mm-hmm. So yes, with a new owner, new heads of a newly formed DC Studios. The new heads of the DC studio, Peter Safran and James Gunn, reviewed the movie. It went through 3 or 4 different test screenings over the past year, since last year till now, and the movie still hasn't really fared well. It went through a second round of reshoots because I guess the people who were over the Black Adam movie thought that they were going to be the heirs apparent to the DC Studios throne, and they weren't, or throne, and they were not. Mm-hmm. It was Peter Safran and James Gunn, who now scrapped everything that the former heads were doing and now ordered this second round of reshoots for them. And so this is supposed to really improve the movie. They're saying that this is really going to put it over the top. But allegedly, David Zaslav, who is over everything, right? He's over Warner Bros. Discovery, is really putting a lot of pressure on Peter and James to make sure this movie is not a flop, because now they have invested millions of dollars into reshoots that now kind of make this movie, they can put the stamp on this movie as, yes, this is our movie, we've invested, blase, blase.
So as a fan, I'm kind of annoyed. But as a producer mind, I definitely understand why they're doing this.
Yes.
But it's like, we've had two delays already?
Yeah, now they say this there has been no announcement that this is going to delay the release that's coming out this December. So it's still slated to come out Christmas of this year. They just went through a small round, I guess, to change the end of the movie, the story.
Honestly, I really think they shouldn't do it on Christmas Day, because The Color Purple is coming out on the Christmas Day, and it's
not coming out Christmas Day. This is coming out December 22nd.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all we got for Aquaman. Let's also talk about what's going on with the Sandman. So allegedly, because of the writer's strike, Sandman is
Season 2.
of Sandman is looking like it's going to be delayed. They have not released a scheduled date for when it's going to be coming back, but it's not looking good for production, because I believe that they had to stop production,
Yes.
stop shooting, and so they're not even finished with the season, which is not a good sign, which means that they're probably going to be delayed even further.
Right.
That's where we're at with that.
Now, if they were finished filming, if they were finished with production and post-production, I don't think that would affect anything, right?
No.
The editors are not on strike right now, and the directors would most likely work with them if they're not a part of the strike.
If there's ever any rewrites or reshoots or anything like that, writers need to be there on hand to kind of fix all of the scripts and stuff like that.
No, at this point, in post-production, it's just director and editor who's working on the cut.
Unless there's a reshoot, or because there's oftentimes what happens is that we can have a scene that they just don't like or doesn't fit, or they need to do a rescene or
right, but the director would order that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you want to have writers there on, and as things are being edited, the writers need to be there so they can watch what's going on and create for the next season. It's usually another post, or prep.
Yeah. And then the executives get involved in post, of course, looking at reviews and deciding if they're going to put more money into reshoots as well. So that becomes all of that.
Now, I will say that the Sandman is one of DC's best series that came out, in my personal opinion. It just really
over the past few years, yes.
Yeah, it really did a phenomenal job. I love the way it was shot. I love the storyline behind it. I just love overall how the Sandman is. And when we need to do a review of this show on the Unusual Mavericks, the podcast. So
yeah, absolutely. It's worth watching season 1 again. It is a bummer to hear that everything is shut down. Production has shut down, but it really lets you know that this is very serious.
Yeah.
And this series is a perfect example of the writers who are working on this brilliant series who aren't being paid fairly.
Yeah.
This is a perfect example.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into Marvel real quick. So we have some news on Loki season 2. You want to go ahead and let us know what's going on?
Well, you kind of broke that news already. They kind of revealed this at Comic-Con today.
Mm-hmm.
Just about a couple of hours ago. They have shown a new trailer of Loki season 2. It is set to premiere, I believe, later this year. Or at the beginning of next year, I believe it is. And so Jonathan Majors was a major part of the trailer. Mm-hmm. He was definitely included. So they've had more than enough time, again, to edit him out or edit him down. Mm-hmm. Just like Aquaman has done the same with the actress who played Mira. They have virtually taken her out of that movie, allegedly.
Which she needed to be. So goodbye, girl.
Yeah, but it's unfortunate because the character is a strong character and very important to his story. But
they just replaced her.
They could have replaced her. It would have been smart, especially with all these reshoots. But whatever. But this, it sounds like this. As you said, no stars are there, but they are sending trailers and footage so the consumers and the fans can see Loki season 2. So it looks good, and Jonathan Majors is a strong part of this and the universe going forward.
Yep. Anything else?
That's all I got. Oh, Secret Invasions. Let me just mention Secret Invasions episode 5. It came out yesterday. For those who have not watched it, go ahead and watch it. This is the second to last episode for this particular series. I have watched it. I watched it, and it made me hungry to rewatch something so much better and more accurate to Secret Invasions, that storyline. Samuel L. Jackson is brilliant. We already talked about that, but the story itself is good, but it is not Secret Invasions.
Yeah.
And so, so that's all I have to say on that.
Yeah, they should have just called it The Adventures of Nick Fury.
Yes, that would have been, where our expectations would have remained. But yeah, I watched it, and they had some cameos. Get ready for some cameos. They've been building up all season, saying, hey, just wait. We have some special cameos that are coming. And they are all in episode 5, and I guess maybe coming up episode 6. Mm-hmm. So I won't spoil it right now, but I encourage you to watch it. And I'm sure at the end of it, you're going to say, where are the cameos?
Right.
Who them folks?
Right. Well, speaking of, next week, you guys, when we come back on for the Unusual Mavericks, we do have a special guest. Our first guest on the Unusual Mavericks, King Krakoa, a TikTok influencer and comic book guru. Okay, so he is going to.
Yes, I was reading Cupcake's comment, Thompson. Calm your loins down, Leroy.
Anyway, Cupcake. King Krakoa is going to be on the Unusual Mavericks next week. So definitely check it out and tune in. And then also the Unusual Mavericks podcast. Dominic and I recorded last week a lot of the episodes. We are reviewing. I don't know if we're going to review the entire series for Secret Invasion, and you'll see why when you listen to the podcast. And then we also talked about. We also are reviewing the New Adventures. Is it the New Adventures of Superman?
Yes.
Yes, it's New Adventures of Superman, which is a DC show, which is phenomenal. I really enjoyed that show, that anime. So definitely check it out. We nerd out really a lot on the show, and so this podcast is releasing tomorrow or Saturday.
Which one? Are we starting with Superman?
It's all of them coming out all at once.
That's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, so that way you guys can enjoy like all of the episodes that we shot last week, or that we recorded last week, not shot.
Yeah.
Last week it's going to be out this week.
We're going to finish Secret Invasion though. Let's finish it in like a big lump. Let's just do because there are only 6 episodes, and it is a slow moving series, so we should be able within the next episode to kind of move it along. So I'm actually excited about that.
Sure. Okay, fine. All right. That's all I got. Do you have anything else?
No, that's all I have.
All right, you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. Thank you for all that you do. Make sure that you guys tune in or follow us on all social media. You can follow me on all social media at Kwame Speaks Official and Just Dominic on IG, or I think TikTok and Facebook at and are you on Twitter?
I am on Twitter, yes.
You
can follow me on Twitter, whatever. Twitter is late.
Right. You can follow me on Threads. I'm on Threads, y'all.
Yeah, I'm going to get on there, too. I need to explore that.
It's fun. And it's a lot more peaceful over there. So definitely check it out. But I will see you guys. We will see you guys next week with King Krakoa. You can see, definitely stay tuned for Nicole D. Vick live today. And I believe she is at 6:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You still check her out. And then also, you all right with your hand? You okay? So thank you, Dr. Hart. You have a great evening. Have a good evening, Cupcake.
Yes, bye, everyone.
Taurus, everybody, Michaela, everybody, Lottie Dottie. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thank you. Yes, we do.
And until then, stay unusual.
Stay unusual.
Bye, guys.